Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back with another review. And this time, I saw Selfless. This is a 2015 sci-fi drama film, or sci-fi action thriller film, directed by Tarsem Singh, and it stars Ryan Reynolds, Ben Kingsley, Natalie Martinez, Matthew Good, and Victor Garber. In this film, an extremely wealthy elderly man dying from cancer undergoes a radical medical procedure that transfers his consciousness to the body of a healthy young man, but everything may not be as good as it seems when he starts to uncover the mystery of the body's origins and the secret organization that will kill to keep its secrets. So, what did I think of Selfless? Well, um, another movie that I randomly watched. Um, this was the least memorable of the four. Um, Not to say that it's bad. It's not a bad film, but I do think there were quite a few issues with it that kept me from truly enjoying it like I wanted to. But let me get to the cast. Um, Ryan Reynolds plays Damien, basically the new body that Damien inhabits. Um, Ryan Reynolds. What what is it about Ryan Reynolds that I just hate? Not super sure, but he has a very punchable face. He's his he plays the same character in every movie ever since he was in Deadpool. It seems like every comedy or every action movie he's in, he's just doing Deadpool again. Um, I guess except for Criminal, but he's barely in the film. He barely has any lines. Um, but he's fine here. He's decent. That's about as much as I can say, but there are a lot of scenes that are supposed to be very heartfelt, very hard to watch, emotionally, and they really don't stick because I don't think Ryan Reynolds has the acting talent to do this. The only movie I've ever seen with him in it where I felt like he's actually stretching his acting chops is a film called The Voices, which was a dark horror comedy, and I'll have to watch it again sometime. But ever since that, I have not seen him do anything like that, and it's kind of disappointing to me. Ben Kingsley plays old Damien. He's in the film for maybe 15 minutes at the beginning, maybe 20. He's fine. He doesn't have a lot to do, to be honest. Natalie Martinez plays Madeline, basically the wife of the man who's Damien's in the body of now. Um, she's fine. Again, she doesn't have a lot to do. She's kind of just along for the ride. Matthew Good plays Albright, who's basically our villain of the film. It's not a twist. He is our villain. He's kind of a weak villain. He's just kind of annoying. He's just British, so there's the villain. Um, and Victor Garber plays Martin, and a friend of Damien's that he ends up coming to later for help. I like Victor Garber. He was on the show Alias. He was the main character's dad. He does a good job here. But this film, it's not that I don't really usually care that much when something isn't super original, but my problem with this film comes in where, first off, it's a bit too long. It is 2 hours long. It does not need to be 2 hours long. It should be at the most 40, an hour and 45 minutes, hour and 40 minutes, something like that. Something could have been cut out here, um, so that it would flow better. There's some good action in the film. There's some well done action. There's a nice fight scene where I can tell what's going on. And a lot of people say that this director, Tarsem Singh, who used to go just by Tarsem, over edits his films or focuses too much on the visual aspect. I can tell what's going on in these fight scenes, and there were some fun fight scenes. A person gets their head smashed into a toilet and the toilet breaks. That was sick. There's some decent gunplay. Um, Yeah, some nice gunfights, and yeah, like not really a lot of problems with the action. There's a car crash where or a car chase where um he backs up into this one guy and gets him stuck on his bumper and starts dragging him while shooting at him. And then there's these two cars that go flying in the air, all done practically. I will give them that. Um, One thing I do have to rag on is the CGI. There is some CGI near the end, CGI fire that looks like dog shit, and it made for a kind of meh ending. This is one of those films where the ending kind of takes a bit longer than it should, and it kind of feels like why is this taking this long? And maybe you should wrap it up, guys. But the a big issue with a lot of what's happening in this film that annoys me is because of Ryan Reynolds. It's not because of anything I think about him, like politically. I don't know anything about his politics. It's specifically the fact that I don't like that he comes off as cocky in this film. And also, when we start following Ryan Reynolds' character, or Ryan Reynolds' version of Damien, because Damien's soul is in his body, he doesn't really act like Damien. He doesn't like talk like Damien did or have an accent like Damien did. He just starts talking like Ryan Reynolds. And it kind of smushed a lot of the believability of the situation. Um, I guess you could always do a cop out explanation and say, "Oh, it's the future. Things are different in the future." But I don't buy that really. Um, but yeah, it's the film. Like it has similar say ideas to films like Stir of Echoes and um, what's that other one? Kind of like Medium, where he's getting the memories of the body he's in, or iZombie, where she's getting memories from the people she bites who were, um, yeah, they show up at the morgue. She bites them and sees what happened to them. She can like help solve the murders. It's kind of a very similar thing to that, and there's not a lot in this film to set it apart from other films um, of the same type of plot. There's not a lot in the way of, yeah, originality. Like I liked Tarsum. I remember enjoying The Cell. I'd love to see The Fall. It looks fun, or it looks interesting at least. But this film, I don't know. I guess something of it just didn't stick with me. I wish, again, I wish Ryan Reynolds was recast because he just does not. He's not the right man for this, and I feel like his acting inexperience really shows here because I just don't think he's a really good actor. Um, but yeah, like, yeah, there's some fun action. Yeah, it's not like a boring movie, but I do think there are a lot of things that could be fixed with it, um, and improved upon. But yeah, that was my review of Selfless. If you've seen the film, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you have any requests, put those in the comments below as well, and we review next door.